Well, we knocked Man City out of the FA Cup last season, but let's see if we can do it again. Hello, welcome to Club 2, part 32 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our FA Cup tie against Manchester City. Then, should we get past them, we will obviously be playing our FA Cup quarter-final, as that is the next round. And obviously, the form since the last episode has been going very well. Form has picked up absolutely massively since the last episode, which I think the last episode was Man United Spurs. So since then, it's been going pretty well. FA Cup, obviously, still going pretty well. Two very easy ties against Crewe and MK Dons, which we obviously did win them both. We have also had a couple of big wins against the likes of Liverpool 3-1, Bournemouth 3-0, beat Man City 3-0, ironically enough. That's who we're playing now. So if we don't win that, I'd rather beat them in the league than in the FA Cup. But if we can beat them today, that'd be great. We also beat Newcastle 1-0 as well, and had numerous draws. I mean, the Nottingham Forest game, absolutely ridiculous. We were 2-0 down after 25 minutes, and we had a spell where we got then we got back to 2-0. Then it was 3-2. Then going back to 3-0, which is very good. So this is the league table at the moment with 10 games left to go. We do currently sit 13th on 37 points, so we are with 17 points from safety. So we are in the safety. So 17 points from the relegation places. So I think we are very much safe. I don't anticipate us going down anytime, especially not this season. So I think we're definitely safe and have probably secured another season in the Premier League. Dare I say it, might have a late push for Europe. I highly doubt it. But if we beat Man City, you never know what can happen. I don't think we did any transfer business in the transfer window, apart from my director of football signing a whole bunch of players. We didn't really do much business. Although my director of football did sign one decent player. He's in the under-21s, but looks like he could be a useful player. He's got Premier League potential. He's only operating at a North-South standard at 20 years old. I don't think he's going to see much of the first team. So if he comes through, he comes through. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So this is the lineup for our match against Man City. It's Diego in goal. I've very much fallen out of love with Corridor. He's still a good goalkeeper, but he's just not been performing well as of late. So Diego's in goal. He's been performing really well as in recent games. So we've got back four for Lewandowski, Murit, Chiarodi and Burley, Bellingham and Mera in the midfield. Then we've got Ars out on the right, Corin in the middle, Gariba on the left. Then we've got Probanic up front, who is coming back from a slight injury. We've got Conor Reid on the bench, so we'll get him on probably 60 minutes into the game, maybe at half-time, depending on Babanic's fitness levels. And hopefully by the half-time break, we should be at least 2-3-0 up, and hopefully we don't have to worry about the second half. But obviously it is up against Man City, but last time we played them, beat them 3-0, which was only like a month ago, so not long ago or two, albeit it was that Man City have had the transfer window to sign a whole bunch of players, and at the moment don't recognise their goalkeeper. Albeit he does look very good. He's 5'11", so he is on the shorter side, but I don't think they've rotated massively for this game, so it might be a difficult game. We might score a couple goals. If we can get the first goal of the game, that would be absolutely huge, and will give us a huge chance of potentially going on and win this tie. I mean, imagine if we go and win the FA Cup this year. I mean, we got to the semi-finals last year. It's only a matter of time before we reach a domestic final, and Carlos Sanchez does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Man City. We are on a cautious mentality. I don't know if that's the best way to go about things, especially playing at the Etihad. I think we'll give it until half time, and if we need to switch to a balanced mentality, we can. But if we can grab a goal from this corner, which obviously Football Manager has other plans, that would be That would have been nice. Gonzalez with a ball. Mera with a very easy interception. Now to Bellingham. This is looking very good. Lewandowski, that's a poor pass to Bellingham. And Silva with the ball for Man City. Plays the ball to Budan on the right hand side. Can we just get the block in? We don't, but thankfully they do hit the crossbars. Luckily, it fell to one of our players, so we might be able to do something with the ball here. Bellingham, that's a lovely ball out to Burnley, and I thought we were going to go on attack, but unfortunately, the highlight does abruptly end, and Diego is there with the ball. Can we just get the ball upfield and ideally over the top of the defence for Prabanic to run onto? It's a nice try, but no one was onto that at the end of that ball, and Obi, I presume, if I remember correctly, is that Man United in real life? He's gone from Man United to Man City. He might have a quick rolling stop in the middle, but that is very controversial by the looks of it. I thought we were giving him a penalty, but I know it's not. Oh, it's a penalty. I think it said no penalty. I completely don't know. It has been awarded. Hopefully, Diego pulls off an absolute master save. Please, Obi steps up. That's right in the top left and right hand corner. There's no stopping that. And 2-0 down. 20 minutes left to go on for the first half. I mean, who did Obi actually officially play for? Because I know he's at Man United. Oh, so he did go from directly to United to City, and a quick rolling stop in 4 seasons in with Leipzig. Then he found his way to City. Very controversial, that is. Very. I certainly wouldn't have done that. I don't know what sort of reception he gets at Old Trafford. Can't be good, can it? 10 minutes left to go. I think we do switch up to a balanced mentality because we need any sort of hope if we want to try and get back into it. And we're playing on a cautious mentality. I don't think we're going to get many goals, certainly not 2 goals that we need. Ideally one before half time, but it doesn't look great. This Budan now to Diego. I thought that he was dead and buried there, but thankfully he did somehow keep it out. And Grieber, lovely ball over the top for Curran, but he couldn't quite get there. Just a little bit too far ahead for him. But 5 minutes left to go. We have created some chances this first half. I think we've been slightly unfortunate not to have a few more shots on target, especially I think we definitely deserve a goal. If we can put the ball in the right places, I think we could grab a goal. I don't know if we'll grab 2. Obi with the ball, and thankfully he does put it just wide of the goal. 5 minutes left to go. Can we just get the ball upfield? Get over the top of defence, Diego. If you can kick that far. You barely made it past the halfway line, but luckily difficult to Lewandowski. And Ars plays the ball for Corin to try and run onto. I thought he was going to win the ball off a Man City defender, but he's so unfortunate. Grieber, so unlucky. They are good. They're one thing nice. I tell you what, I reckon a few more put the pressure on, and we might be able to squeeze out a mistake from the defence, because there was a couple of occasions there where we nearly got the ball off him. It nearly happened again there, but Budan does have a ball. Really cross it in or really get the block in? They do cross it, and Carlos Sanchez does put the ball into the back of it. I think that's probably our FA Cup dream over for this year. We did it twice against them last year, knocked them out of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but we do have 45 minutes left to play. We need a huge second half if we're going to have any chance of knocking them out for a third successive time, which would be absolutely crazy if we can do that. We're like their arch nemesis when it comes to cup competitions. At the moment, it's 2-0 to us, but this is Man City's turn to just to narrow the gap in our bragging rights in the cup competitions. Diego will whip outfield. That's not the best goal kick, but Lewandowski now to Bellingham. This is a very good opportunity. Grieber with space, and he does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-1. It's not offside. He's not offside. Goal has been awarded. A great run. I mean, I don't know if he was offside, but he looked very tight. But I mean, that offside, the offsides, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that needs to be worked on. at least in the new update, yeah, it needs to be much more clearer because I couldn't tell whether that was offside or not. Greba is absolutely shattered, so we will get him off even though he has just scored. So Richie is going to come on, Corin out onto the left. Babalic will make way for Connor Reed as he is just literally just coming back from injury. Half an hour left to go. Obviously, 2 goals down. I still think if we can potentially grab a goal within the next 5 minutes or so, that will give us a good 20 or so minutes to try and grab an equaliser. We can only do that by scoring a second goal, which there is 20 minutes left to go. Man City have got the ball. Now us, let's get the ball upfield. Just run. That's a lovely ball to Connor Reed. Really hold it up. He does it. I think the defender got there just ahead of him. And hopefully we can try and get the ball back and try and go on another attack. That's what I'm hoping for. But Gonzalez breaks the offside trap. Was he offside? I don't know if he was offside. It looked really tight. I suspect if that did go in, I'm sure it would have gone to a VAR check. And Shida Obi has put the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. And once again, it's a 3-goal lead to Man City. So I think that's definitely a start for the FA Cup, which I take as a positive thing. It means we can just really focusing on the last 10 league games of the season. We don't have a left back on the bench. Lewandowski is going to make her way for Slugan. I think Yehi Nino also makes way for Mera, and I think we're going to get on Devitt. I haven't really been a big fan of Devitt. I think he is probably one of the few players that will leave us in the summer. I think Patrick Greba will also leave us in the summer. He's come to us and say he wants to leave at the end of his contract, which not ideal because he's a brilliant player and only 23, which I'm sure we'll get money for him, a lot of money for him. But yeah, it's not a nice feeling. But we did sign him on a free transfer, so I guess I can take that. But Devitt, last time he played, gave away 2 goals. Bellingham has got a goal back. I'm not saying anything because yeah, I don't think the comeback is on, but we'll go attacking. We'll go attacking for the last 7 minutes because you never know what can happen in a game of football. We might go on a flurry and score 2 goals in 6 minutes or so. I highly doubt that's going to happen. But if we can get a goal here, that would be lovely. Ideally, a goal for us, not Man City. And Kano has got the ball. My good God, Diego. You left that one pretty late, didn't you? I mean, that could have been an own goal or just a very sloppy goal. But a few minutes left to go of our FA Cup tie against Man City. Still trailing 2 goals with 4 minutes left to go. I think it's very much impossible. But Kano with the ball now to Silva, now to Gonzalez at the back, not at the back post, but pretty much was Kisalik. Can we just get the ball from them? Can we just stop them from scoring any more goals? And thankfully, that header was just wide off the post. We made it far too easy for him in that last attack, and that is our FA Cup dream all done for this year. We didn't go on a massive run like last year, but we were in the Championship, and we were doing pretty well in the Championship last year, so the momentum and the mentality was very good. Obviously, this year, it's not been that great, so I guess it gives us a bit of breathing space just to concentrate on the league and hopefully try and start climbing up the table because we are only 10 points behind 7th, and you never know, so hopefully we can get a win against Middlesbrough. The lineup for a match against Middlesbrough will be Corridor in goal. I thought we might still give him a chance. If he's terrible, we'll play Diego for the rest of the season, but we'll see how he does. If he keeps a clean sheet, he can keep his spot. If he doesn't, then we'll just drop him for good. Then we probably will end up getting a new goalkeeper in the transfer window. Then we've got a back 4 of Slugan, Murit, Kiro, Diambele, Bellingham and Skipper in the midfield. Then we've got Arse out on the right, Corin in the middle, Greba on the left. Then we've got Pavanic up front, who is obviously still coming back from injury. We will keep an eye on him, just like the last game. If we can get a good couple of goals out of him before he gets substituted off, that would be absolutely fantastic. As for Middlesbrough, I don't really know how good they are, so I'm hoping it should be a relatively simple game because in my eyes, Middlesbrough, I think, don't know if they got promoted with us last year. I can't remember if they did. I don't recall playing them in the Championship last year, so I'm going to presume they've been in the Premier League for a good couple of seasons. They might have been in the Championship with us and went up through the players. Because I think Bristol City definitely went up with us and and another team, and Prabanic nearly puts us 1-0 up inside the 3rd minute of the game. That was very, very close indeed. But let's take a look at the league table. Obviously, a win. Obviously, we're down in 13th at the moment. That hasn't changed since the Man City game. But a win, I think, probably can put us up into 10th, but can't really remember until we're actually looking at the league table. Wolski has got the ball now to Sturge. Can we just try and stop them putting the ball into the box? McKinsky, that's a great save from Corridor. A very good save. I thought that was going to be 1-0 all day long. Once they got into the 6-yard box, I was praying for dear life that they were going to miss it. And thankfully, they did. So a win here will put us up into 14 point now. Just 12. I thought I was streaming when I was saying 10th. So a win will put us into 12. So yeah, that's surely good. Middlesbrough are in the relegation places. So I mean, this is a big game, this, because if we beat them, that probably is Premier League secured for yet another season. Whether or not I get headhunted in the summer, I do not know. But that's a very good, very low possibility that might happen. But I'm hoping I can be here with West Brom for the next few seasons. Hopefully, get them into the Champions League next season, and the season after that, go on and win the Champions League. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it can, that would be absolutely massive. Corridor with the long kick, but unfortunately didn't fall to a West Brom player. Middlesbrough are on the attack with Sturge, and thankfully that's a great, decent block. And it does go out for a Middlesbrough throw in, where hopefully they don't do much from it, and thankfully they do. And Corin will whip in the corner. This would be massive if we can get a goal here. Gariba with the strike just over the top of the crossbar. I thought that was going to dip right into the roof of the net, but unfortunately, I think it's scraped the top of the crossbar. Arse now to Sugan. Bellingham cuts inside. Gariba, it hits the post and it goes in. We are 1-0 up on the stroke of half time. What a brilliant time to score from Gariba. I think we're gonna miss him when he's gone. He might not go in the summer. I'm just saying that because obviously he is leaving on a free transfer at the end of his contract. So I'm hoping we can try and persuade him to sign a new contract, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to leave it quite last minute. I don't really want to sell him. I'm not going to make any plans to sell him, but obviously if we can get a big offer, we might be persuaded. So, but he's definitely not on the chopping block like some players are. Arse, I thought he was going to chase onto the ball. Arse, I thought he was. Sugan, great clearance up to Gariba, and there it is, the half-time whistle. We do head into the second half, 1-0 up. A very good first half. I think we were slightly unfortunate not to concede a goal, but Corridor made a pretty decent save. Apart from that, didn't really get tested too many times, which I honestly take. We are creating a few chances. I'd like to create a few more chances and have a lot more shots on target. We've only had 9 shots through on target. Corridor is there with the catch, and can you just get the ball upfield, which he does. He does have quite a long kick on him, and Brad Banic does get his head onto the ball. Now to Burnley, now to Skipper. Come on, can we do something with the ball here? Hopefully a second goal would be absolutely lovely. Burnley tries to find Gariba, but he couldn't quite get his head onto it. Obviously, he's quite a little lad. He's not the tallest of figures, so I don't expect him to win much in the air. But if he could, that would be absolutely brilliant. Jose Roberto, well done, Arse. A brilliant tackle, but unfortunately nobody was up there chasing the ball. And Lorente, can we just try and put a little bit of pressure on the players? Forderingham, no, please don't. Oh no, not Bexley. Oh no, Jordan Beggs with the assist, Aiden Surge with the goal, and we are back on level terms with half an hour left to go. I was hoping we could hold on to the lead for a little bit longer, but it just couldn't quite work out like that. Bexley, we sold into Leeds, which wasn't too long ago. It was like only like last season. It was definitely, it might not have been last season, it might have been the season before. But Bexley plays the ball to Surge again. Can we just stop them from scoring a second goal? When we do get the ball out, no one's up there again. I think we will. I think it probably is time we made a couple substitutions yet, but I think that was definitely a good time. Gariba, again, we don't have a left winger. I presume Fukadinovic is currently out injured. At least that's my thought process. Cohen's going to go out on the left, even though he's shattered as well. Pramanic is going to make way for Reed, and I think Silva is on the bench, so Burley is going to make way. I think Silva is another player that will be leaving us. He is leaving us on a free transfer. Might have actually already agreed a new club. I know someone has, but just can't remember who. I think it might potentially be Silva. Sugan, lovely ball. Tried to get it out to Corin, but just couldn't put enough power behind the ball. Gallardo now with the ball, plays the ball back, and Rowden Skipper, he did make the tackle, but he couldn't win back possession. Cohen, or what did I just witness there? Thankfully, Middlesbrough, with a fairly easy opportunity, somehow put it just wide of a goal. Corridor, think yourself lucky, because that could have gone drastically wrong. If I mean that dive, he was nowhere near the ball. So yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. Kierodia with the ball now to Mirik. Can we just get the ball out wide and get the ball up? Phil Bellingham loses the ball. I think he might be coming off there. Beggsy with the ball, and that's a good save from Corridor. He goes from a really ridiculous mistake, or could have been a ridiculous mistake, to an absolute brilliant save. I don't know what to make of Corridor. Some games he's world class, some games you never want to see the sight of him again. Yeah, he's one of those goalkeepers, very hit and miss, so you don't really know what to expect from him. Fotheringham, we do get the ball upfield, but nobody's up there. Why do we kick the ball up there when we've got no one waiting on the halfway line? Bellingham is shattered, so we'll get on Mera, and I think Kierodia also makes way for Casado Kiana. I think that is definitely our final changes, and hopefully they do bring us a bit of energy, especially into that midfield area, because obviously Bellingham absolutely shattered, so hopefully Mera can bring us a nice energy boost, and hopefully from there we do go on and win the game. But Sturge with the ball, and we've given away a penalty. You got to be joking. We can't give away simple penalties like that. You can't touch people in the box, because they're obviously going to go down, and the penalty has been awarded. This is a very silly mistake. I like our player taking his time, hopefully trying to get into the head of this player, and it obviously didn't work. He puts it straight into the top left-hand corner. Corridor really didn't make any valid attempt of getting to the end of that. Did he actually get anywhere near it? I don't really know. I mean, it happened so fast. Yeah, that's a pathetic attempt to save a penalty. Very bad. But with 2-1 down, with 10 minutes left to go, if we can get a goal here, that would be absolutely brilliant. I mean, Richie, what was that? You're supposed to be a fit player. You're sort of the fittest player in the attacking half. So you should have really got there. Gallardo has got the ball. I swear to God, if we can see the third goal here. And thankfully, Merritt does get the ball upfield. Richie, I mean, does he even have any pace at all? Essentially, yes, but he's not really showing it. Fotheringham has the ball down the right hand side, and thankfully, Keanu is there. And Corridor did whip it upfield, but thankfully, it didn't really go to anyone. So I'm not thankful for it at all. 5 minutes left to go. Can we just get an equaliser, please? Come on. We don't deserve to lose this. We really don't. I mean, the second half, yeah, we were absolutely awful, but the first half should have grabbed at least 2 or 3 possible goals. Sturge, with the free kick, can we just get the ball and hopefully go up the field and score? That was close to Middlesbrough. We have not been great at all. We've been absolutely useless this second half. I don't know what happened. We were just absolutely awful. I don't really know what to say. At half time, it was fairly even in terms of the stats, but second half, Middlesbrough went on the absolute surge of chances, and obviously they came out as a better team and won the game 2-1, which didn't really go to plan. I was sort of half expecting to win that game, so I suspect we probably underestimated Middlesbrough. I don't do be fair. I don't blame Middlesbrough. They are literally fighting for their full survival. So, yeah, it's not a great result at all. Hopefully, we can try and win a few games on the trot. I think we're probably safe. I don't think we're going to qualify for Europe, so I think we're probably safe to come back for our final league fixtures of the Premier League season against Bristol City and Southampton. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.